All right. Welcome back to RPG Quest, and we are back to game 391, which is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on the GBA. How's it going, Disgairsic? Happy Saturday. It's the end of the beginning and the end. It's gonna be a short game, I'm sure. I mean, unless I decide to play other characters. I'm playing as Gimli right now, but I don't know. I might try Frodo because I imagine Frodo's path is completely different. The other characters probably intermix with each other enough that you'll get a very similar experience. Just obviously different skills and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe we'll try Frodo if we beat this, in a handy amount of time. But we shall see. All right. Oops. I guess it resets the. Where's my? Is everything all messed up with? I updated OBS. Of course, everything's messed up now. Big surprise there, I guess. Give me a second. Gotta fix the. Hate updating OBS and everything screws up. Why is this messed up? This is weird. What the hell? Sorry, 1 minute. OBS decided to screw everything up after an update. Why is it not working anymore? Arr. It's like my crops aren't working anymore. And that's working, sort of. It's like the scaling isn't working though. It's weird. I don't know. OBS screws up and up. This is why I hate updating. Everything just screws up. Ah. Yeah, it's like it doesn't take my scaling anymore on because the way I have it set up, it's supposed to I don't know. Like I think the crop is fine. It's just the scaling isn't for some odd reason. Let's see if I manually scale this maybe. Meantime, see if I can fix this. Ugh. I don't know. Why is everything all messed up? Why, OBS? Why did you do this? Everything's messed up. Man. Don't update OBS, kids. You'll everything. I'm gonna have to downgrade, I think. Until I don't know. This is fun. I know, right? Destroy the ring every time. Yeah, I really have to know what the hell OBS did to screw up everything. Okay, well, that's good enough for now, and I'll have to figure this out after the stream. Maybe a little higher up here. Good enough. Alright. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, because upgrading OBS screws up everything, apparently. So many things broke. I have to update it to 29. All my settings, so I'll have to redo everything. That's gonna take a while. Ugh. Why? Why do they do this? Alright. Set the timer. Yeah, I'm gonna see. There's gotta be a way of downgrading to the last version I had. That way, all my settings will stay good until they make everything work. Because otherwise, it just fucked everything up. So much extra work. Alright, where was I? We're fighting stuff with Gimli. Things okay on the stream, I think, for the most part, give or take. We'll call it good enough for now. A gem. A regular gem? Just a single gem? Ow. Rude. Okay, this whirlwind ability is absolute garbage tier. Good thing I only spent 1 point into it. No, it's more of like a Diablo clone kind of thing. You know, you have experience, you have random loot that drops with sometimes you get, you know, some special loot with more stats, you get different abilities you can choose when you level up, active abilities and passive abilities, stats, you know. Just standard hack and slash. Nothing super great. It's an okay game. I mean, it's better than the Fellowship of the Ring one that was on GBA. That one was broken as hell. It's a mindless hack and slash. It's basically built on the same engine as the Two Towers game, which I have also played. So very similar. Why are the gems only giving me 2 gems, 1 gem? He does a long to beat script. I can't imagine this one being long. Last game was 5 hours or something like that for when I played Two Towers with Legolas. This one might be a little longer if I decide to play with Frodo. I imagine Frodo's path is going to be completely different. The other Fellowship are probably going to be similar. Might not go to the exact same areas as Gimli, for example, but they'll probably be roughly the same path, so... eh. Bird's cloth shirt. The inventory system in this game sucks. As usual. Here's 8 items. We're gonna drop 20 items per screen. Luckily, they generally have at least one kind of spot where you can shop in each screen, or at least, you know, sell stuff. If you find it before you know, all the other stuff rots. The longer you have to be on the inventory screens shuffling items, the worse it is, right? And there's like secret paths. Remember that in the first game you get some artifacts. I remember the artifacts do. I think it's like a permanent like stat gain or something. But I imagine some of the artifacts only found on certain characters' playthroughs. They'll be carry over. This animation is nice and fluid, so I'll give him that. Black's Cape. I need to find a spot to sell. Oh, there's one right here. Oh no, this is... I don't think I can sell here. I think I can... Well, maybe I can. No, I think I can just store here. Which doesn't do me any good. I mean... I guess it's better than nothing, but... Next time I find a... usually there seems to be certain points in town, like you get little towns or whatever. You get one of these as well as like a rune shop, so if all else fails I can dump it here. Then just sell it in that town when I get there. Carry a whopping 9 items. We'll grab this. So you can only have one of these, right? Yeah. Music is much too heroic. Well, the music is very, like, kind of background, you know, it's not in your face, which makes sense for a GBA game. You don't want to have music that's, like, really annoying and, you know, in your face when you're in the public playing this game. I'm just gonna scream at you to turn it off. Turn that thing down! Baldur's Gate, yeah. Definitely. Wasn't it like Resident Evil or something like that, where it was like you're basically like playing Tetris with inventory items to make them fit in your inventory system? To that effect. The gems, health pool. Neverwinter Nights, yeah. And of course, you know, the classic Diablo one. Although that one usually can't rotate items, but at least you still have to kind of like make things fit in your inventory system. Loveless, goblins are raiding the camps. Please save the hostages. It's like a time-based thing. It's a troll. Oh, let's try and chase this guy. He's like, oh man. Oh, you guys dead. Ow. Damn it. Decided to move. I'm still alive. How am I still alive? I have like 0 health. Hopefully I get the 1,000 I need to buy the whetstone. Oops, I need to do that. It'd be a really good time to be Legolas. God, no. No, why did I spawn more dudes? Some fruit. Where'd Mr. Troll go? Did he like respawn back at his... he did? Hope he didn't like get back to full health. I killed him finally. Run away, you fool! Hey, Gargrimmer. Good afternoon. This one's small shield, traveler's wrappings. Where's he going? Get back here. Where are they all hanging out here for? Good thing we're right next to the forge. You can sell this crap. Let's see what that is compared to what we have right now. Good thing with this. +2 damage to animals, +2 damage to orcs. Are using Slaver's Cap, +9 critical armor. This one gives us +1 melee armor. We lose 1 critical armor, but I think melee armor in general is going to be better. And with the wrappings, 2 melee armor, 1 health, 1 courage. We don't get the melee armor. We lose 2 melee armor. The health, I don't think really matters too much. Same thing with the courage. 10 speed, 10% extra treasure, +1 defense, but the defense stat is absolute garbage in this. Like, I literally put 10 points in the defense once when I had 10 points saved up, and I forgot to spend it, and then nothing happened even after 10 points into it. Like, it didn't raise any stat. It's like, what's the point of defense? I know, right, Hosanna? I mean, it's obviously purely a coincidence, but it's like, what a coincidence. So much loot. Alright, what are we using right now? Sigilled ask. Alright, so more damage on this one. Sort of. I got +1 damage. I think that 5% critical, +1 all primary stats. Yeah. This one gives me +1 courage. I get +1 strength. I mean, this one already have +1 to all stats, so this one's probably better. Let's see if I can hit the 1,000 so I get my Whetstone upgrade. Might hit it. I mean, still have a lot of enemies, and a lot of enemies respawn in this too. These guys just... Why are they just running around? What the hell? Hey, True Guru. How's it going? Sephiroth, Arc of Death, thanks so much for the 21 months of awesome support. Sure is a game. It is indeed a game. Question mark. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's a basic hack and slash. I mean, you know. Oh, hello, everybody. Lord Elrond. Your path does not lie with the others, Aragorn. The man who wields the power of Isildur's sword can summon an army more deadly than any that can walk this earth. Every path you have trod, through wilderness, through war, has led to this road. There's a really bad background for this text, but so be it. I will visit these paths of the dead. Bye. I can get the 1,000 I need. Same as what we have already. He's so close yet so far. Wow. I want to buy this. Need some respawns that drop some good loot. Oh yeah, I mean, just like most of these kind of Diablo-like hack and slashes, it's just a loot-gasm. It's all about finding showers of loot. No, no more monies. Just want a little bit more money. Just a bit more. Don't stand in the fire, apparently it hurts. There's no hurting sounds all of a sudden. Aragorn, why did you not come with us, Minas Tirith? My path does not lie that way. And where do you think you're going? This time you stay, Gimli, my friend. You have learned nothing of the stubbornness of dwarves. Three companions set out together down the dark road towards Dunharrow. Theoden feared it was the last time we would see them. Yeah, the three head down together, but yeah, Gimli's alone now. You guys just left me. They don't want to give you too easy a time, so they don't give you any buddies. They are in my pockets. A pocket Legolas. Quilon, Miner's Scimitar, Axe. Oh, the Ranger's Hollow. Oh, okay, good. We can sell the crap that's in Ranger's Hollow and upgrade our stuff that dumped in there. Yeah, I know, right? This is the weirdest. Where everybody jumps in the same bed to sleep. Alright, let's grab this common whetstone. Fine whetstone is the next one. 2,000 gems for that one. Did I go through here before? I felt like I passed through here at some point. Okay, I somehow walked through this section here. Did I not? Possibly. Yeah, I had to... One second. I had to, OBS, like I upgraded OBS and screwed up all my settings, so... Very likely... I have to, like, change the... One second. All, like, my crops and everything just broke for some odd reason. It's frustrating as hell. Really close enough. Good enough. Nah, it's freaking OBS. I hate upgrading OBS. I mean, this is the first time I upgraded OBS and it broke everything. So I tried to fix some stuff, but a lot of stuff is broken. Especially like all my crops and stuff for the captures. Like that's gonna be so much work to have to go through every one of those and fix those again. Like the way I did them before, they changed that or whatever. Like doesn't work anymore. So all that stuff got completely broken now. I have to redo it in a different way, which is annoying. I'll have to like downgrade. Like, screw the new versions. Not gonna get anything new out of it anyways. It does. The most frustrating RPG of all. Round T-sword. I ain't sure what T-sword even is supposed to stand for. Like two-handed sword? Maybe like 2H sword? Thunder sword. Random thing. Raydog's axe. It's good for two-handed usage, I guess. Sell. Theodore sword. Hey, Franken, I did. Puna was beat yesterday. Now playing some Lord of the Ring goodness. Return of the King. Totally a coincidence they were playing this today. Thank you. Kind of disappointing at the end, like, as far as I could tell, upgrading all my friends' stuff did absolutely nothing. Plus, a lot of friends, like, most of the friends you can get up to tier, like the friendship status or whatever went up to all the way to 8. But as far as I can tell, most friends you can only bring up to 7. Some of them seem to be bugged and you can only go up to 5. It's like... That's just... It's like, ugh. God, I gotta die. Well, it's just a mindless hack and slash. It's one of those games you just play to turn off your brain and, like, enjoy the ride. Not an amazing game by any stretch. For some other characters, like, probably be a little bit better. Like, I'm sure if I played as... Oh, I guess I used up that water that was like $500. Rip. If I played as, like, Gandalf or something like that, Legolas. Orc head. What the hell am I gonna do with an orc head? What can't I do with an orc head? They probably will when I try Frodo's path. He's just gonna be running around murdering everything. This Gimli kind of makes sense. I mean, Frodo in Return of the King was mostly like stealth. Or we'll have Sam's doing everything, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll actually play as Sam. Even backpack to use. So just keep it here and it gives me +1 courage. Courage just raises my spirit. I don't really care. Not to use up a inventory slot. For 300 gems. Oh well, I don't care. For +1 courage. 300 gems more in my pocket. Sam too strong, yep. Sam OP. I wonder when you play Frodo, I wonder if you have like Golem with you too. Probably will. Hey, Mr. D. I am winning. By that I mean I'm dying horribly to a dog. Boss Sphere. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, I don't know. LotR Sphere seems like it'd be a pretty cool one to try out. But of course we got Atelier Iris that came back, so that's got a pretty hefty lead to begin with. So everybody needs to push for LotR Sphere. Ow. Or, you know, you could vote for Rise of the Argonauts, or Inuyasha, or Mercenary Saga. Of course, Elhara gets extra votes because I have to manually add it, but it's the tier 3 sub. It's 6 votes. That helped it a bit. I don't know, I never heard anybody say anything bad about Lost Sphere. It's Tokyo Game Factory. Tokyo Game Factory usually has some pretty unique and interesting games. So, I don't know. Sounds like it'd be a nice little kind of indie style game. How's it going, Baines? Well, 6 votes as in like your votes. Your vote counts as 6 because tier 3. Regular subs counts as 2. So you get an extra strong vote. So you have the power. Alright, I guess we're done here. Is actually going to help us out now? They're just going to stand back. At least in the first map, Gandalf actually helped out. And here they're actually helping. It's a miracle. Good stuff. Boats are working. Good. Yeah. Still, I mean... generally, most of the Tokyo Game Factory games, if you want to get physical copies, you're probably not getting them in North America. You usually have to like, this one I think was Europe only. In terms of the, well, Europe and like Asia, you can't get them in North America. They don't have physical releases in North America, which is kind of annoying. But Square does that a lot. But at least they give you an option of buying it somewhere. And, of course, importing it and it's playable in English, even the ones released in Asia only. Is there anything else I want? These ones are level 15-ish. I wonder if I'm even gonna get level 20, probably. I don't like any of these. The active abilities seem like they're all trashed here. All the ones I've tried so far. I'll just keep raising my damage output. Yeah, like the copy I have for Lost Sphere is a Europe release. Yep, I am Setsuna. They got some other ones too, but here, yeah, we have to import them because they're not available. Not available with the ESRB in English, anyways. Where'd the troll go? I'm gonna say. We're gonna have to chase the troll inside the... What the hell? That was weird. Ow. Here, how about I just stand back and you just... you just kill the thing. You're the king. Ow. God damn it. I did get... I don't know if I got the XP right before dying. It doesn't seem to be any sort of like major disadvantage to dying. Like you'll lose a little bit of XP, like 150 XP I think last time I checked. Although that might be a percentage of your XP pool. Other than that, it doesn't seem to be any sort of big disadvantage. Coat. There's too much melee and missile armor. find somewhere to sell here. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, luckily HDMI is standard now. Not to worry about like frame rate issues and stuff. Running a PAL game at 50 FPS or something. That'd be annoying. Where's Legolas, by the way? Legolas is just chilling out over here while we're doing all the work. It's really weird. It feels like I think we did go to a new area. What the hell? Dude, just like take out like like 3/4 of my health in one shot. I'll let him do the work. Luckily, your buddies seem to be invulnerable, so... These arrows are cheap. Let's get rid of them. What the fuck? Nope. Oh, come on! The range on that attack. I was debating between 3 and 4, and it's like, you know what? I did a bunch of the side stuff, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Give it a 4. If I actively do the side stuff, it's usually... I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. The combat was interesting, like, it's harder to see when you're watching it, but combat was like, every time you're fighting, you're actively, like, you're using the analog stick, well, in the case of a classic controller, to kind of curve the ball, which does more damage depending on what direction you hit the enemy from, and obviously, like, try to curve behind other enemies if you want to kill some other enemies first, if you have bombs in the way or whatever. There's definitely some, like, skill involved with it, which kept the combat, you know, fresh. You weren't just pressing a button to attack all the time, like most standard JRPGs, where you just press the attack button over and over. So it kept things at least a little fresh. Eight, 6, 2. It's better than this. These guys kill. It's like a corpse of something there, but disappeared as soon as I started fighting these guys. Find a shop, and we need to go into that troll cave there. Okay, it totally looks like I should be able to reach there. This doesn't rot by the time I get there. Shop. Plus 2 strength, -1 courage. Eh. Maybe buckler. Hard to overtake this one here. Yep, exactly. It's one of those games you definitely have to go in knowing what to expect, though. Like, you don't want to be going to Apuna and like expect, you know, fast-paced game. It's like playing like any of those slow life games, like, you know, Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, that kind of stuff. Like, you have to kind of know that you're getting to a slow-paced game. Alright, let's check out these caves. Let Aragorn do all the damage since he doesn't seem to be able to die. And he actually does do damage to the enemies, so... God damn it, what the hell? Is my armor made of, like, paper? Like, what the fuck? The worst dwarf ever. They, like, revert to hard mode by accident? Like, what's going on? Potato! Thanks so much for the 48 months to 4 years of awesome support. Thanks so much for that, Potato. How is it going today? Welcome to The Death of the King by Gimli. Gimli just getting his ass handed to him by everything. Alright, leave the troll with Aragorn. Go loot this stuff. We got this, Aragorn. Oh god, Aragorn, you don't have this. Ow. Aragorn, help. He has range of like half a screen. Got him stuck on a tree. The best part is we get experience if he kills it, so it's like... We're at 3687. Now we're at... Yeah. Got like 170... Or 175 XP for Aragorn killing that. Thanks, buddy. More treasure. A room. +2 to two-handed damage, +3 damage to animals, honed axe. Let's go to anything that's not green. It's valuable, so definitely want to keep that no matter what. -1 melee armor is pretty shitty as a shield, though. That gives you +1 to all primary stats. Teleport up there. $3,000 for the next skill point. You get 1 attribute point. Did I even spend my attribute points when I leveled up? I did not. Really need some help. There we go. Thanks, shrooms. Oh, these wolves, screw them. Where'd that take us? Okay, that cave just goes from one side to the other. The same zone just brings you to a different spot. That's always confusing me. How many of you guys were in that tent? The clown car of a tent here. Alright, what do we got here? Hooded mantle. Is that a coat? It's a mantle. Cape. You get 1 more armor across the board. I lose the critical and the 10 HP. Yeah, I'll keep the hill folk one. Runic mace. It's garbage in terms of stats. Carbon's quape. So I have a regular quape right now, so this will be better for sure. Yeah, 2 melee armor. Done. What the fuck? Like, I was full health, just one-shotted. That was like a friggin' wolf. That wasn't like a troll or anything. It was just like a little wolf, a warg, I guess. But it's so bullshit, man. time I feel like I'm making progress in this level, all of a sudden like, nope, you're back to dead again. This is some like bad RNG, I guess. I guess whenever there's a wolf or troll, I just let Aragorn do all the work and I'll just stand back, watch, because otherwise I'm just gonna die. It's pretty pathetic. Their movie gimmick? What do you mean? I'm like murdering me instantly there. There's a gimmick where you can like connect this to the GBA version of the game, and I don't know what you get out of it. There's like bonus maps underneath that option, so I'm assuming you'll get some extra bonus maps if you transfer it over or whatever. Pretty much. Let Aragorn do all the work. I can totally handle big groups like this, no problem. As soon as you throw in a wolf or a troll, it's like, yeah. Get absolutely massacred in any sort of melee range thing like that. Luckily Aragorn seems to be invulnerable, so... It would be kind of funny though if all of a sudden he just keels over dead and you get a game over instantly. He has a health pool that's just really, really high. The troll. Okay, that was weird. Since they went off screen, you can stun the spawn. Good job, Aragorn. Like, maybe I need to raise the defense. Maybe it doesn't actually have like any sort of visible effects on your stats, but it still like uses it as a defense stat kind of thing. Because out of any of these stats here, like whenever you raise any of these other, like the strength, accuracy, health, and courage, everything other than defense, you see stuff on the left side increase. You know, you raise your strength, after a few points, your damage increases by 1 point. The accuracy, it's 1-to-1, so raise your accuracy, your hit-to-hit goes up, your health, your HP goes up, and your spirit points, your courage, the spirit points goes up, and a little bit of health. Defense, like nothing. You put 10 points of defense, and like your armor doesn't go up at all, or anything like that. So, I don't know. Maybe it does actually have an effect in terms of taking less damage, it's just doesn't raise the other stats. I'm helping. Help me, Aragorn, help me! I'm good at taunting, apparently. Oh god. Thank you. Thanks to the 300. Oh, the, you're talking about the orcs? I'm assuming that's like number of kills or something. Gotta kill all the orcs. It's like a mirror. I don't know why it's tracking like kill numbers. I guess so you can like compete with Legolas. Pot helm. Pot helm better be worth 420 coins. Isn't. Yeah. You could probably run through this thing without killing anything. Like, the goal is usually just to get to the next zone. Yay! Thanks, Monos, for the cheer. Thanks for Mistral. We miss you, Mistral. Mistral was the best. Then the game took her away. Don't Hack doesn't like us. Like, no Mistral for you. God, I hate these wolves. Aragorn, help! Help! Where did you go? Aragorn! Aragorn! Get over here! Save my ass. I don't want to die after getting this deep into the zone. This thing's just one-shot you out of nowhere, which is annoying. I mean, the animation is nice and smooth. They use a lot of frames of animation, so I do like the look, smooth look of it. Obviously, this probably looked better on the actual GBA screen, but I've definitely seen worse looking games, so you know what would make them look amazing? Did nobody ever? There we go. So we smeared Vaseline over the screen. Ugh. I know, right? Got a 55-inch... playing a GBA game on a 55-inch TV. Alright, let's, I haven't saved in a while. It's so easy to not save in these, like... Especially since death in this doesn't really have much of an effect other than losing a little bit of experience. Considering they give you enough XP, it's like... not really a big concern, except for just having to restart the zone, which is kind of annoying. You're like, nearly done it. The game's like, nope, we're doing all this again. This is some bad RNG. Sell these before we continue on. What even is that? Look at that bush is on fire. Yeah. Hook it up, yeah, hook it up to regular GBA, not even the SP, just standard GBA. Can't see anything. Yeah, exactly. Especially since I'm playing this on the Wii U, but this game is not a virtual console like a normal virtual console release, so it's just an injected ROM on my modded Wii U. So the reliability is not. I've already seen some graphical glitches, but I mean I'm blaming that more on the Wii U. Which, this game was obviously not intended to be played on it. I was just using it as a test because it's a short enough game that. If, if there's any issues, then I could just pop it back on the computer. But I think I'll just keep playing them on PC, on an emulator, except for the ones that are virtual console ones, like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, Onimusha Tactics, or actual virtual console releases, which I picked up before they closed the store. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Crap. Before everything gets super tough. Because it's Nintendo. Obviously. Is there any other reason needed other than because it's Nintendo? The store takes nothing to maintain or anything, but hey, we gotta close it because we gotta have people like scramble last minute and buy this shit. Nintendo's historically been like the company that's like shut down these digital storefronts like the earliest. Like you're closing it like one generation behind. Like 3DS, the 3DS, which is still a current system for like even just a few years ago. There's still games coming out for it. Of course, now it's closed. And of course, the Wii U, which, to be fair, Wii U never really got a lot of support to begin with, but... And of course, prior to that, the DSi shop, and of course, the Wii shop. So yeah. Unless the next Switch is like 100% backwards compatible with the current Switch, I could see the Switch store getting closed like within, 5 years of the next Switch coming out. Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why as soon as the eShop closed, you know what? I modded my Wii U. I don't have any qualms in doing any of that. Nintendo doesn't want me to officially get them. I mean, I picked up all the virtual console stuff before they did that, so I got those officially, but these other ones, I'm just injecting my own ROMs into the virtual console releases. But of course, reliability is questionable at best, so... I did it leak. It's hilarious. So people were able to play it before it even came out. I'd die again, aren't I? Came out of the Switch that had disk drive, a GBA slot, DS slot, and a cartridge port. Wouldn't be very portable at that point, but they could probably make like a Switch dock that had like backwards compatibility with the Wii U and the DS and stuff. If they really wanted to. Did they want to? Of course not, because it's Nintendo. They'd rather try to like slowly sell that stuff to you over time. For way more money than it would be worth now. Almost leveled up. I don't want to use any healing items because as soon as I use it, I'm going to level up. Nope. Level up. Let's see. I want to freeze. More hit points, more crit chance. Keep raising damage on orcs. Raise crit. Use my dwarf sense. Use the force, Gimli. Killed a lot more goblins than you recall in the movies. You must have not watched the correct director's cut. I saw a tunnel up ahead guarded by 2 uruk-hai captains. They looked as if they were guarding something. Forge. That. Articles pointed out how marketing costs are so bad. Companies spend 5 times the dev costs just shilling the game. Yeah. That's always the problem, right? I mean, you can make the most amazing game ever, but if it's not marketed, it's really hard to sell. Yeah, companies have to spend a lot to market those games. To get a popular Twitch streamer to stream your game, boom. Word of mouth will explode from there. Eight six plus 2, given what we have. Yeah, we got to sell that premium tier of the online subscription somehow. By, you know, charging people extra to play games they could just easily emulate anyways. It's like, what should I do? Should I buy this extra tier or just download the games and play on my PC? Let's see where this goes. Spirit pool. Yeah, it's always nice. As far as they have like transparency here, but when it comes to like when you get those text boxes, you have that annoying like dithering effect behind it, which makes the text really hard to see. But they could easily have done some sort of transparency like they do back here. This game even has reflections. When you have water on the ground, you're going to get reflected in the water. It's got a pretty good look for a GBA game. Definitely no complaints about the graphics. The animations are super smooth and voting for Unlimited Saga. Never again. Unless, of course, they release some sort of Unlimited Saga remaster, which, ugh. Gotta play the Limited Saga. Stupid bird. Got a drummer boy. Sauron's eyes. Not really happy at us. Not using the bot, no. I mean, there's not too many unlicensed games. I mean, you can look at the Genesis list on my spreadsheet. Dreamcast has a couple, and that's about it. Like this Dreamcast is Pure Solar and Zilia, the Goddess of Magic. You gotta play those. Yeah, there's a couple on the Genesis. Furthermore, haven't really looked too much recently if there's any new releases for unlicensed games. I mean, 3D God Game Hero is definitely more Zelda-like, but I don't know. It's a fun game. I'm keeping it on there. It's kind of like a PC style, like kind of like a Shadowrun kind of style game. So that kind of PC style, like Baldur's Gate, third person kind of run around, and I'm not sure if the battles are like live or turn-based in any way there, but. Let's heal up. Well, you know, it's got more stuff. You can constantly upgrade your weapon. So your weapon is your character. That's where you're leveling up, not your character. So there. Fire Mistress in the Dark. Yeah, it's like it's like it looks like a homemade JRPG. Is basically what it looks like. It looks pretty cheap. I picked up a copy, I don't know, a few months back. What is this? It's the door they were talking about. It's guarded by the uruk-hai. I need to find the forge. There we go. So I can sell some stuff. Plus 15% critical is nice. Take a look at that one. We'll check that one. You can actually date your weapon. Yeah, of course. Gotta date everything. Gotta anthropomorphize all your equipment. Okay, do I want the primary stats or do I want the critical damage? I mean, I'd lose some damage output anyways, so... Especially with -2 damage, so it's not worth it. Shoes... You get 1 extra melee armor. I'm sure the +5 hit points is equivalent to the +1 health, +1 courage. I get 5% speed, so... Is this like a door? Like what? I don't know if this is supposed to be on the ground. So if you date a battleship, you're getting a harem instantly? Is that what you're saying? You get all the body pillows. Maybe a big ass body pillow. You get some extra stuffing on that one. That was like 2 forges. That's often you have levels with 2 forges. I'm sure we don't miss anything here. Of course you have it bookmarked. Is that the one you bought? Or are you the one who rated it 3 stars? Not enough stuffing. drummer boy somewhere. Only when you like pick up the King's Foil leaves, and when you have full King's Foil leaves, you don't use it as if like you would normally use it. It's the drummer. Get over here. What the fuck? Four size options. Only got a 1 cent delivery charge. That's a bargain. Where's there even a delivery charge at all? It's 1 cent. Looks like that'd be a path or something. I think we cleared up the place more or less, other than respawns. Next. Friend. Forge. Alright, spy. Might as well just buy these. Yeah, probably. Probably a bad idea. Ridge. Missing a finger on my right hand. Which finger? Spread. Still crows. God. Oh shit. Oh wow, okay, so if it goes to like pure silver, you get the Nazgul coming after you. Wow. I'll rip my 500 gems I spent on that revive potion. Margaret Thatcher body pillow options are available. They come like pre-wrinkled and you can't iron them out. No, get back here. Maybe axe, short bow. Just come out of nowhere. White sapphire keepsake. Her mom, even worse, her mom. Yep, that would be great. I mean, making one of her would probably be a good way to never see her again, I'm sure. Probably have some cops called on you. Irina, thank you. One more down, many more to go. So many games. More room in my backpack. Everything that looks like a thong? Where... This thing? My shoes? Horseman's shoes? Which are like little pointy shoes? Yep. At least we've had a break from Italia for a bit, so I don't mind getting the third one done and out of the way. We had like back-to-back Ateliers for a while. I was like, alright, need a break from Atelier. Now we have the... Malus lies heavy in the air. Living are not welcome this road. What kind of army would linger in such a place? One that is cursed. I do not fear the dead. No, that is a thing unheard of. No, it will go underground, and dwarf dare not. Summon Nazgul, please. That's another drummer somewhere. I am going to die. If that crow hits the edge, I'm screwed. Okay. Just enough to not summon the Nazgul. safe. Digimon Cyber Story Cyber Sleuth? Is it better than the other Digimon World games? I hope. There's a selling shop around here? Okay, good. Get over here. Shit. Still one somewhere. Get away. I don't want Nazgul. Well, I mean, not a fan of Digimon because of the games. I'm sure if I get a good Digimon game, I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't really care about the actual, like, Digimon, you know, lore or anything like that. I'm definitely not into that at all, but the game itself is enjoyable. Hey, why not? Similar to World 3. See, World 3 wasn't terrible, except, like, the gameplay itself wasn't terrible. The main problem with World 3 was the whole, like, just backtracking over and over and over and over at the beginning of the game, which just felt like they just wanted to pad the game, like, forever. They just wanted to really pad out the game, which definitely sucked. Yeah, I mean, this one here, I mean, they already had the engine made for the last game, which I don't know, that engine probably came from another game to begin with. So they just slapped some new assets on here, and some new levels, which, to be fair, these levels look like they're mostly randomly generated. Doesn't look like it would take a lot of effort to make these levels. And there you go, you got a game. Enjoyable for, you know, a short romp. Short hack and slash romp. Damn it. Oh no, shit. That crow gonna kill me. Fuck. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Maybe. No, I'm dead. Fuck. Damn it. Oh. Stupid crow. There's too many drummers here. They run so fast, it's really hard to kill them. If you can get to them, it's like... Oh, come on! Nazgul isn't spawning. I think it went from, like, max to, like, just below max, so fast enough that the Nazgul didn't spawn. Okay, I'm assuming you can kill the Nazgul. There's weapons that have like +5 to Nazgul or whatever on it, so... It's close. There's a lot of crows here too, which is... need to be extra careful of. Two melee, 2 strength, -1 courage. Yeah. Damn it. Maybe I should upgrade my axe throwing thing to tier 3 so they track. So I can hit those crows easier. Because I don't have any range attacks, and those crows, if you get close to them, they just take off. Didn't see that one there. Seems blend in way too well. Cool off a bit. Damn it. It's so hard to kill these, even when you're right next up to them. You just dodge all your attacks. Never seen anyone ride a horse. Have you ever rid a horse in Lord of the Rings universe? Like, maybe, you know, horsemen really like pointy shoes. Really? It'll take a while to get to the edge of the map. Set off the gong. Hear the drums. Doesn't go anywhere. Well, the horseman was a modifier. Like the shoes it's the actual thing is called a shoe. So it's a shoe, but then the horseman adds, I think, the +5 speed to it and the +5 HP. It's just a modifier to it. Because I had picked up like just a regular shoe. Well, to be fair, GBA era, like how big were the carts in the GBA? Definitely bigger than they were on the consoles, like the 16-bit consoles that they're, you know, mimicking or whatever. I'm pretty sure the average game GBA card was bigger than the biggest SNES cart. Because memory was a lot cheaper by that point, right? Compare that to my cart thing. Oh yeah, for sure. plus 1 melee armor, plus 2 missile armor, plus 3 critical armor. So you got a bunch of armor, and plus 2 health. This one here, I'd lose the armor, but I get plus 2 damage, plus 2 accuracy, plus 5 spirit points, which is plus 15% extra treasure. So do I want armor? Or do I want damage and treasure? Still haven't found a better axe. Yeah, like less than PS1. Less. I don't know. What was the resolution of the SNES? Like, was it 240p as well, or was it? Where do these guys come from? What the fuck? Can't. No. Why is there so many drummers all of a sudden? Jesus. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Please go down one more before the crow hits the edge. Okay, that was close. Almost got hit by another Nazgul again. And you really have to take your time in this one. For the SNES, I assume. Yeah, so close to the SNES resolution, but obviously not quite, especially the vertical resolution. So even the SNES games ported over to it had to be like had to be modified. Got him. Enemy mangled? Yeah, there's that too. Well, I mean, they probably had some budget to throw into this after all. Some of that money budget. The movie budget, especially at this point. I mean, Lord of the Rings was obviously a big franchise by the time the third movie came out, so... It's a passable, you know, Diablo-esque hack and slash. Let's not die this time before we go in there. Clear out the place first, though. Coat Claws, Gatekeeper's Shield. Yeah, they definitely, like, there's scenes right from the movie or whatever. Of course, yeah, the actors' likenesses. I'm forgetting to spend my points when I level up. Get a whole bunch of health. I remember the first game. I'm assuming the first game probably had LotR licenses as well. Pretty sure they did. Where'd the shrine go? That's weird. There's a shrine there that I could use to sell stuff and it just disappeared. So I'm not selling stuff. Careful. There dwell here creatures that seek strike unseen. Ghosts! God, this doesn't look too good on the Wii U with the flickering. Maybe this would be better on the emulator. I can kind of blend the scenes together so it wouldn't have the flickering effect. I haven't played it yet, but I mean, it feels like it's going to be Final Fantasy X meets what the hell? Poisoned? Feels like it's going to be Final Fantasy X meets Lord of the Rings, so that'll be interesting. Can I pick that up? Good thing these ghosts aren't immune to weapons. Oh yeah, I mean, Lord of the Rings, I mean, when it came out it was amazing back in the, was it 50s, 60s, or whatever it came out originally in books. And then, of course, you know, there's previous movie adaptations and stuff, but those obviously didn't have the budget compared to Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. One threw a lot of budget at it and definitely did fantastic. And brought Lord of the Rings to like a new audience that, you know, had either never read the books or never experienced them. Well, I can get this Earth Shatter. Knocks and damages all enemies near Gimli. Radius expands 10% per level. 120 spirit. Do we even have 120 spirit? Barely. That's like my entire spirit pool. Let's try it. Yeah, exactly. Dude was one hell of a storyteller. He basically, like, created the whole, like, you know, the whole high fantasy that we're familiar with now. Orcs and elves and all that stuff. I mean, I'm sure those existed in other forms before, but just, like, you know, having dwarves and elves and humans and hobbits all kind of coexisting and stuff like that. Yeah, the world building was definitely a massive thing. Forge. How much do we need? 4,000. I don't think we can 4,000 anytime soon. Oops. Yep. I mean, it leaves a lot to the imagination as well, but of course it builds on with subsequent releases and definitely builds a hell of a world. These ghosts like phase through walls, like their stuff just gets stuck in the wall and I can't get to it. It's just teleporting constantly is weird. Aragorn's behind me and all of a sudden he's in front of me. Never mind. Aragorn's got clones. David Eddings series? Don't think I've read that. I don't think I've seen any important objects drop yet. Most of the time there's any sort of progression requirement, you just need to kill the enemies, and then something will unlock automatically. Fruit. Oh, got it. One defense by courage. Chain of Memories. This one I've never like played yet, so it'll be interesting playing that one. Although I imagine that one must be playable on the HD collections. I know there's some games that basically only have the cutscenes in the HD collections. Other games, you know, you get the playable version or whatever. I think the DS games, for the most part, are you're basically just getting the cutscenes. So I still have to play the original game because. Remastered in 3D. Maybe I'll play both versions. I don't know. I imagine if it's 3D, it's probably a completely different game. Yeah. So that's the nice thing with Lord of the Rings. It was 3 books. I mean, obviously you have the Hobbit, you have Silmarillion, you have like other ones in that same kind of lore, but nowadays, like anything like that would just become big sellers, they would just keep pumping out books over and over, and they would just water down the whole thing, right? So, there's a short and sweet number of, like, books. Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay, well, that's probably what I'll do. Because I imagine the HD one is probably an HD version of the PS2 one. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll play the GBA one when I get to it at 461. And when I get to the RE Chain of Memories, I'll play the HD one. Makes sense. Skeletons everywhere. Why is Legolas not using his bow, by the way? He's using a sword. Of course it is, because why make your own series when you could just recreate an old one? Okay. Favorite RPG? Well, I mean, my favorite RPG of all time is always going to be Final Fantasy VII, mainly because of the nostalgia of it. It's definitely not the perfect game, but it's the one that really got me back into JRPGs. It's kind of hard to, you know, ever choose anything different. The secret. Like a secret. You know, the Unlimited Saga does not grow better with age like wine. Unlimited Saga just stays sour and stays sour. But in terms of like hidden gems, I mean, well, at this point, most people know about the good RPGs, right? I mean, there's definitely some games I enjoyed that, you know, really got like nobody really knows about. Stuff like Willow on the NES. That one was a fantastic game that, on the first glance, it's like, oh, it's a movie-based game. Like this game's gonna be total crap. But it was a really, really good game. Graphically, musically, the gameplay was fun. So that's kind of one of those hidden gems, I guess, that nobody really speaks about. Other than that, like, you know, you have all the standard ones like the Phantasy Star games, Final Fantasy games, Dragon Warrior games, everybody knows about that, the East games. Like, Shining in the Darkness I enjoyed if you like dungeon crawlers. I mean, that was a fantastic one. Doesn't get a lot of, like, you know, Evo on the SNES was great. Kingsfield games, I enjoyed those, but that's not everybody's cup of tea, obviously. You know, the really unknown game called Castlevania Symphony of the Night was fantastic. Nobody knows about that game. And I have a lot of freaking 5 stars, don't I? I enjoyed Fossil Fighters on the DS. That was a fast-forward game, obviously. That one was fun. Oh yeah, I mean, I can't deny Chrono Trigger is like one of the best. For me personally, I definitely like the Final Fantasy VII definitely has that nostalgia factor, but yeah, I mean, in terms of music, in terms of story, characters and stuff, it's Chrono Trigger is an absolute fantastic game. So there's no denying that it's like one of the best games out there. Definitely one of the best on the SNES of all time. But like most series, you know, they just kind of killed it off because, you know, like Chrono Cross is a great game in itself, but you know, of course everybody's going to compare it to Chrono Trigger, so it's like, oh, you know, Chrono Cross is a great game, but it's no Chrono Trigger. Well, yeah, but it's still a fantastic game. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Chrono Trigger, of course, the combat system was kind of unique. Like, you know, you would walk along and suddenly, oh, there's an encounter, and you're fighting on the same field. Chrono Cross is like standard JRPG, like, oh, you're suddenly going into a combat, turn-based combat system. It's like, hey, let's throw in like a million characters. You get a lot of choice, a lot of replayability with all those different character choices, that kind of stuff. Oops, so that's the actual exit. Searching for secrets. Yeah, it would be amazing if we ever get Mother 3 officially in the US. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but one can always dream. Nothing. Like getting a Mother trilogy, like an actual physical release trilogy. And of course, you got Earthbound Beginnings from Mother 1, but of course that's digital only. And then you have, you know, Earthbound. Mother 3, yeah, no. Xenogears Disc 1, yeah. Xenogears Disc 2, nobody speaks of that one. It's like you want to sit in a chair and have a story told to you, and you're gonna love this game. Yeah, it would be amazing to get like a Xenogears remaster, like a proper remaster with, like, you know, the second half of the game that isn't just that. It's never gonna happen, but it would be amazing. That's by the way, we've never seen a remaster of that game, because they know that if they remaster it, they'd have to actually, like, you know, properly finish it, which would be a lot more effort than just a simple remaster, so... Yeah, it's nice we at least got Radical Dreamers with the Chrono Cross remaster recently, so at least we have that officially now. Yeah, Golden Sun was kind of a slap in the face, though. Get to the end of the first one, it's like, oh, to be continued. Like, what? You never get a to be continued in a game, in an RPG. Like, that's especially in that era, where it's like not obvious at all that you're getting a an episodic game, right? Yeah, I mean, some of them can do it like as a tongue-in-cheek thing, but when it's like an actual, like they know for sure that this is going to be, you know, one half of two, because you know they planned it that way. I mean, wasn't originally planned. Obviously, they wanted to make it one game. It was just too big, so they split it up into two. But getting an RPG where you actually like you don't get an ending, any sort of conclusion whatsoever. You're literally just, it's like, oh, story doesn't end here. You gotta play the next game. And again, no indication whatsoever that, you know, this is one half of the actual game. I mean, I would have been pissed if I picked that game up back in the day and found out like that to be continued thing. It does. It's regular shoes. Is there like no shops in this, like no forges or anything, so I can sell my crap? Flame of Rekka? I get it to be continued feeling in one more game? That's fun. Yeah, that's the worst part. If you get a to be continued, but then they never come back to the game because, you know, the game didn't sell well or whatever. That's always the biggest risk. And then you just get an unfinished, like alright. Only got half the game, thanks. Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, there's definitely a lot of content in each game. It just felt like a slap in the face when you get that ending. If it was like, it was neatly tied so that it could be like a standalone game, but then, you know, sequel kind of goes a little bit past it kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way they could have done it without just a sudden, like, hey, yeah, surprise, it's not actually the end. You gotta keep playing later on. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be amazing if we ever got Mega Man Legends 3, but it's never gonna happen, probably. Sequel everybody wants. For sure, if anybody could choose like just one sequel to have that wasn't made, Mega Man Legends 3 would probably be on top of a lot of people's lists. Let me get over there. I saw a chest there, but to come in from like another side? Or is there like a secret passage here that goes into a cave? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Chrono Trigger was basically like just like an all-stars game. Like the best, you know, musical composer, the best graphic artist, the best, you know, character designers, the best, you know, world builders, etc. Just threw all the best of the best into this game. That's a lot of skeletons. Who enters my domain? One who would hold you to your oath. The dead do not suffer the living to pass. Yep, exactly. I mean, that's never gonna happen again. Especially nowadays with like every game is trying to become like a games as a service stuff. So eke out as much money as possible out of people. Never gonna happen again. Get that. Superior whetstone. Dwarven whetstone is next. Yeah. I can imagine. Am I going that way? It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime game that you just can never repeat again. Oh yeah, for sure, but it's also a lot harder to get those games noticed. There's a lot of work. I mean, indie games generally it's a lot longer development period because you have a very, very small team working on them. You will suffer me, brave fool. Let the abyss take you. Yeah, Octopath definitely doesn't. I mean, it's more of. It's not like a. It's like indie for a AAA, right? It's like one of their smaller studios. So it's a smaller studio game. It's not an indie. It's like a B rank studio, if you will. That's what I mean. Like, it seems like the AAA stuff that Square Enix puts out usually end up just flopping. I mean, look at stuff like Forspoken came out recently, right? And like the Marvel Avengers, that kind of stuff. Like, it seems like the AAA stuff just falls hard. Like they lose money. But there's smaller stuff like, you know, Octopath Traveler. There are more indie ones, which obviously don't have anywhere near as much budget, do a lot better. But then Wonderworld, was that Square Enix as well? Yeah. So it seems like the more money they throw at it, the worse it does. They think they would just like reel back and try to like, you know, concentrate on these smaller kind of, you know, smaller scope games. They'll probably end up making more money. Yep, Final Fantasy VII was definitely an indie title. Where's my team, by the way? Like, Gimli's got this. I mean, Gimli kind of does, but... Skeleton does not want to die, what the hell? Where's the help, guys? Where did you go? He just took off. 14, yeah. 14 is definitely doing well for them. But, you know, MMOs are definitely a harder sell. It's like a, you know, it's games as a service, really. It is a monthly fee thing. Oh, go to it, run away. Blocking every single attack, what the hell? I summon you to fulfill your role. None but the King of Gondor may command me. I command you, for I am Isildur's heir. Yeah, I remember watching Experience Within the theater. It was an okay movie, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is Final Fantasy. No, it was just like, there's nothing tying it to Final Fantasy, really. But of course, you know, Square put all their eggs in that basket. They're gonna make like this whole like digital actor thing there, where you can have this like actor that's just, it's like totally realistic, and you know, can use it in other movies or some weird shit like that. Like, yeah, that did not happen, thankfully. Yeah, exactly. It's a passable sci-fi movie. If you go into it not like ignoring the fact there's the Final Fantasy name tied to it, it's an okay movie. But people are probably expecting more, you know, Final Fantasy 7 kind of like Final Fantasy, you know, Advent Children more so. Yeah, I mean, if they had built it off of an actual game versus, you know, just making like a whole new world kind of thing based on it, they probably would have done better, I think. Friend? Have some trading cards. They're probably worth money now. Plus 2 damage to orcs, plus 5 hit points per slain foe. That would actually be really good. I want that, but I can't afford it. Yeah, that'd be really good. Keep myself healthy. That was Night Burst too. Beanie Baby collection. I could afford that regen one. Buy this one, but eh. secret passages somewhere that brings you into a treasure room full of cash. Oh well. Next time we hit a rune place, we'll pick it up. I'll make sure I save some money before then. The race from the Black Tunnels, the new ally that terrified us. Now we make great haste to Anduin to cut off the corsairs that threaten Minas Tirith. White Mountains. Level up. Level 13. This one is pointless. It doesn't seem to do anything. I've been disappointed at every single one of these active attacks abilities so far. They're just all trash. Yo, this one would be good. Berserker, gain fury with every enemy slain, +4 per level hit points, and +4 per level spirit breach folk killed. Yeah, Berserker would be amazing once we hit level 15. So definitely be like maxing this out fast. Raise my Brick Slayer. Let's just keep throwing stuff in health, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this one's definitely like a middle-of-the-road game. Nothing terrible, nothing fantastic. Something to pass the time. If you're a kid in this era and you're like, you know, got this to play on a trip or something like that, you wouldn't be sad. Aragorn just kill those squirrels. Heard some squeaking, and the squirrels are gone. What the hell's a warrior's pool? Something increases my attack, I guess? Is that like orange? T-Sick of the Trolls. +1 accuracy, +10 health, +20 hit points. A lot of hit points. I lose the damage, spirit points, 15% extra treasure. It's a lot of HP though. I haven't found a new weapon in a long time. Best movie game ever? No. In terms of games that were released when the movie was like, you know, with the movie release versus games that are based on a movie later on. You know, Willow's a good example of a game that was released well after the movie was released, but then Spider-Man 2, I think. I remember enjoying that one a lot. Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. Swinging around New York there, like, you know, the whole open world New York thing, like swing around. That was... I don't think there's been a better movie-based game, like a movie tie-in game, than Spider-Man 2. That one's hard to beat. Of course not. Kingdom Hearts was never a movie tie-in in any way. It's based on some IPs of, like, Disney, but... And those, if anything, those are more like movie cameo games. It's not based around like a central movie, it's just like, oh, here's a cameo of this movie in the game. 8 to 7. Plus 11 2-hand damage. Plus 3 courage, plus 5 critical. I don't know if I should be using, like, trying like two-handed axes. I mean, I'd be losing out my extra, like, shield blocking and stuff like that. I just remember having so much fun just swinging around New York in that game. Like, that was the best, just constantly swinging everywhere. It was, like, so fun. Melee, 3 missile. Oh, we got some mantle. So more armor. I lose the critical percentage, but other than that, it's better in practically every other way. And super speed. I don't think I ever remember unlocking Green Goblin. I mean, like most of those games, there's a lot of, like, just running around, just doing all the side stuff, and just not doing any of the main story. So, of course, I never ended up beating the game, probably, but it was so fun getting those speed upgrades. Just go faster and faster swinging around. I need to play that game again. Maybe we'll count it as an RPG, and I'll throw it onto the list. Yep, it's all GBA games all the time. Yeah, we're basically right in the middle of the holiday season right now, so of course they're pushing out a lot of, and of course, you know, the launch of the Lord of the Rings movie, The Return of the King. So you get, of course, the Return of the King game. You get a Hobbit game, because of course you gotta have another company that tries to capitalize on the popularity. How do I get anywhere here? Is there a path I'm not spotting? Can't go into the cave. Go play as Spider-Man. Good try, good try. I mean, he does get upgrades, technically. He upgrades his, like, abilities and stuff. What am I missing here? They should have... Am I like soft locked or something? Some people were mentioning soft locks happening in this. Maybe I'm soft locked because it feels like I should be able to go into this cave or something. It's the only thing that makes sense here is I can't go this way. Walls fails I saved relatively recently. Let's make another save and we'll reload this save and see what happens. I saved here, so I can probably reload that. Again, I'm playing this on the Wii U, which is, this game isn't intended to play on the Wii U, so there could be that issue too. Yeah, I've never watched a new Yasha, surprisingly, but I mean, it looks like it'd be a fun series. I just never had a chance to get into it. Okay, so when you reload, it puts you at the beginning of the map. So it's basically as if you just died kind of thing, so that might reset any sort of soft lockingness. If you wanted to grind, you could just save and reload a bunch. Extra heavy ring mail. Plus 12 melee armor, plus 6 missile, I got minus 5 speed. That's probably worth it for the extra armor I get and the strength. 5% speed isn't the worst thing in the world. It's like I'm running around the map anyways. Wait, did I go this way last time? Maybe there's a path I just missed last time. I don't remember being here, so... Maybe like a brain fart kind of thing. Oh well. Luckily we're not summoning a Nazgul. We need somewhere to sell stuff, though. Fail. Alright. Let's compare this here to there. So 12 melee, 6 missile, 2 strength. Okay, so this one gives me more missile, gives me more regular armor. I lose 1 strength, but I get that I think 1 strength really not going to make a difference, but the armor will be making that difference. Great battle axe. Courage plus 5% critical. There's boots, 4 melee, 2 defense, gem finder. Let's get more melee armor. There's the hit points. I'm still not sure if defense even does anything in this. Minimum level 17. What the hell? The high level requirement on this one. What level are we in now? 13. Wow, it's like 4 levels. Is this even worth keeping? 3 melee, 3 health, 1 defense, 3 plus 3 hit point regen. Yeah. 1 spirit regen. Yeah, the regen is quite nice. I'll hold on to it. I'll throw it at the ranger follow if we run to one. Teleported in front of us. Clear out this area here. What would it do? I really wish you could be able to, like, select different items on the ground without having to, like, throw things away to pick up the other stuff in between. So I don't know what Fragile does exactly. Concerned with the Fragile thing, but other than that, man, plus 11 damage. So that make it like a 14 to plus 5% critical. The resistance, who cares? The dodge. I'm just not quite sure what Fragile means. Like, does it just have a chance of breaking? So right now, what's my damage output? Color complaint. Now the joys. 31 to 39. Alright, so less top damage, but you have to remember I have my plus damage rune on it or whatever right now. Put those points in. Yeah, so in the end is roughly the same. If I don't lose the accuracy, I guess. And I lose the +1 all primary stats. And the Fragile thing is concerning. Yeah. Something I could think of, like, what else would it mean? Like, it has to have a chance of breaking, and I don't know what the chance is, but any chance of breaking is really bad when it's a friggin' weapon you're carrying around that uses your main weapon. So goes to the next tier of axe is the War Axe. Extra Heavy Brigandine, 11, 7. Yeah, skill mill's better. Where you come from? Voice studded glove, +1 damage, +2 melee armor, +1 strength, +1 defense, valuable. 2 melee armor, +5 hit points, +5% speed. I mean, I'd say this is better, probably. Stop spawning! Sell everything. 181 gems. $69 gems. Gotta make sure I have enough gems for the next time I see the next time I see the rune dude, so I can get that rune with the regeneration. Scoundrel's War Axe, +7 damage, -2 accuracy, +10 critical backstab, -3. Ooh, nope. -3 +3 all primary stats. That'd be an easy one. I mean, backstab seems like it'd be a useless ability. I guess if you're fighting with a buddy, I think it'd be more of a multiplayer one, because it seems like when you get near the enemies, when you have like a buddy character like Aragorn here, the enemies attack you. Like they'll ignore the other guy. Get close enough, so backstab would be pretty useless, I think. Obviously, friends. If we're playing multiplayer, that would definitely be a possible ability that'd be useful. Garbage. +4 strength is nice, but tracks. Right now, +3 melee armor, +8 critical armor. Lots of fire protection, but have I even run into anything that has fire attacks? More. if there's a secret behind that. I still haven't found a any of these artifacts, which is surprising. It's like 20 artifacts? Like, so many artifacts. I haven't seen one of these yet. I mean, usually, if it's anything like the prior games, they're usually hidden in kind of like little secret side areas. I think I found like 2 when I was playing in the last one. But I'm sure some of those are probably only available in certain characters' playthroughs. It would make sense that Aragorn would get a bunch, for example. Of course, Frodo. So much stuff. Those drummers move so fast. Lambard. So much stuff. Stuff giving me so much junk game. Is there a butterfly here, by the way? We're in the middle of like a winter area. Shouldn't be damn butterflies floating around. Unless they're indicating some sort of secrets or something. Could there be secrets? Well, +7, +2 defense, and Night Burst. I still don't know what the hell Night Burst does. Such a generic name, like it's usually under things that are called spectral. Future King, it's going well. Bastard short over here. Some monies. I really need to throw that other thing in the bank before I accidentally sell it. Until I find a bank. Like, couldn't they have chosen a better background for this text? Goblins here don't leave their treasures unattended for long. Man. Like they have like a friggin' shading system. I mean, clearly when I'm behind trees and stuff, I'm like semi-transparent, but when it comes to dialogue, to text, like no, let's just have a freaking text box with dithering. Like, look, I mean, I'm transparent here, obviously. Like, it's not hard to use the same method on the text box. Fuck. That's scary. How do I go back? Extra heavy hood, 4, 1, 2 strength. Some speed jump, obviously. Got more melee armor. If I lose the critical armor. Need 2 strength. Expect mace, plus 11 damage, plus 15 critical. Again, he's got a fragile. This one here, I should try it just to see what happens. See if it actually does break. 32 to 40. I mean, it's more damage. I don't lose the accuracy. It's like flickering. It's so fragile, it's about to like go out of existence. Nope. That lasted like way less time than I thought it would. That was like 2 hits. They definitely weren't kidding about fragile. Butterfly is like hovering around that one there. Oops. I don't know if the butterfly has anything. It feels like this thing should do something. Let's go back and sell. Where's that forge? Wait. Wasn't there a forge on this one? Maybe it was in the last one. I'm confusing with the last map. Got some marshmallows. I didn't bring any marshmallows. one. Class 15. It's gonna regen again. I mean, we're almost at level 15, aren't we? Yeah, I don't think I'd use it anyways over this one. Not for 1 HP regen. The wrong attack. They both have axes on their picture, so I thought I was using the throwing axe. Oh. Camp. What are you guys doing? They're beating up a deer. Deer looks like it's been dead for a while, though. Looks like the drummers can't take you past the Sauron eye that's not... like the maximum Sauron eye, but not the one that's flashing. As long as you don't let a crow get away when they're beating their drums, you're probably fine. Okay, I've got enough to buy that whetstone, but I want to get that rune from the rune dude. So I think I can hold off just in case I run into one of those, because knowing my luck, I'll buy the whetstone and right away I'll run into one of those rune dudes and I won't have enough money. Those things are a lot less common. Yeah, maybe they're just hacking off some meat. It's like dinner time. They're just carving up the corpse to nom. Alright, it's level 13. 2 more levels before I start getting the good abilities. Yeah, so this one here both will track, so once I get this, I don't need to get tier 3 axe throw, unless this only assumes you get the tier 3 axe throw. Wait, we'll throw 2 axes. Wait, can I equip 2 axes instead of having like an axe and a shield? Huh, I have to try that now. Maybe getting double the attack damage. Barely caught him. Definitely have to be careful here. Gotta make sure I don't set off any crows that I can't catch before I lower my Eye of Sauron a bit. Although I guess with Aragorn, I could probably handle a Nazgul, so let Aragorn tank him. I'm having the wrong one. Marvel Rune to Dire Fear. Guess you can get runes for a lot of runes, man. Dire Fear, 30% knockback chance, corrupt. Not sure what corrupt necessarily means. I don't think I want to knock them back either. Seems like a pain in the ass having to chase them down again. First again. Is there a shop in here? I can sell my stuff. There is. Usually one per screen. It's valuable and cheap. What is it? The Clogs has the cheap status. The Merchants has the valuable status. I guess the valuable overwrites it. LotR axe. Plus 1 damage to orcs, minus 2 accuracy, plus 5 experience bonus, plus 5 critical. Let me see if I can equip 2 axes. No. Move item? No. Okay, so you can't equip 2 axes, so... It's fidget spinning. You know. Alright. I'm gonna save here for a second and grab some food, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Stomach's are rumbling. So, pause here. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Be right back.